in US dollars. So in the upper, in the city, the poor city, Xinwu County in Jiangxi province, the GDP was only lowly 215. And along the river, you can see that in Hong Kong it's close to 30,000. And even in the city in China, like Shenzhen, is over 10,000 US dollars. What can you perceive? So the logic is that if the people in the lower stream, the more they far away from the upper stream, the rich they are. Why? They can develop. So this for those peoples in or those jurisdictions in the upper streams, they are restricted from having development in the area, and they are also entrusted with the task of protection of the river. In the lower stream, they use the water resources to support their economic development and urbanization. So the grievance is that the people in the upper stream, they complain that they take up the responsibility for protecting the water, but they haven't shared the wealth of the water resources that fuels economic development. So this is the Xinwu County we visit. It took us about 8 hours from Nanchang, the provincial capitals in Jiangxi, to go there. So it's quite a underdeveloped cities. And so you may see that so there's not going to be any problems if. So why we care? Because they have a lot of grievances. The people try to explore more, try to test the limit of the government restrictions. So they try to, and also the local government has to take care of the sentiment of local people to give them more opportunity for economic development. So this is why water resources may not be conserved as the way we think. Already because of the heavy demand. So you can see that this is water, this is soil erosion. The water has become, you can see that the color. Why? Because people's, they try to explore the natural resources. If they can't develop, they try to have the some mining, and then it lead to the soil erosions here. And also they plant a lot of fruit trees. So they level the hills and level the tree. What was the consequence? Increasing the danger of organic pollution and also increasing the danger of soil erosions too. For upper zone, increasingly, because of water resource conservation, they shut down polluting industry, refuse polluting industries investment that constrain their development. So this is why they become poor. The gap become widening. So in respect to the income of the people at the upper stream and the people at the lower stream. And also there's also there's been planned to migrate people from some location in Xinwu County to make room for better conservation. So you can see that there's the situation here. This is actually in Huoyuan. Huoyuan actually also, Huoyuan is considered as the upstream cities in the Dongzhuang River by Guangdong province. But actually, Xinwu has the biggest grievances. Huoyuan also have a very heavy grievances because in the Guangdong province, they see that Dongguan and Shenzhen have development fast and people getting richer, and they constantly restrain from development. So, although there's a lot of different ways for compensating their loss. So you can see that there's a lot of resources used here. We visit there. And so that's why try to bring out that there has been unfair distribution of burdens, intra-basin disparity. So all the burdens of conserving the water resources have been fallen into the cities in upstream, whereas lower stream peoples, they only concern about the volume of water they can use. So, and they also are restricted from developments. They are not allowed to develop. Better not to develop is the watchwork for local governments. So the priority is here that so they now, like Huoyuan and Xinwu, these cities in the high upstream, they look for some ecological compensations, hopefully. So because they pay the price of not to develop. So those cities at the lower levels, at the upstream, in the lower stream that enjoys economic development should compensate that. So that's all. So although they are supportive policy, but not enough for them. They want to have a clear line of compensations. So downstream, they resist direct compensations. So they said that they have already paid they have already submit their tax or what the financial obligation, they have fulfilled their financial obligation. It's the central government or the provincial government that should shoulder the responsibility. Their top priority is just to have clean and sufficient water. And so there's been bargainings around that. So Huoyuan actually and Xinwu has always come to Hong Kong or come to other places to articulate their grievances. And they also invite even media to go to their place to take a look at how much they have suffered in the protection of the water resources. So it is about also the allocation. You can see that the allocation has been done, but every city still consider that, apart from Hong Kong, every city along the Dongjiang River Basin has claimed that they need more water. They can pay for it even. Hong Kong has paid for our water. They said that we can pay as much as Hong Kong, and hopefully we get the water. So Dongjiang River Basin's compensation is mostly on three categories of three groups: West River migrants and conservation forest farmers and Huoyuan city governments. But that's the Dongjiang's, Guangdong's perspective. So actually, compensation for Xinwu in the Jiangxi province who take care of that. So that's why none from the downstream. Actually, Jiangxi province is not rich. They hope that Guangdong province actually can pay them some money to support their job in protection of the river. So the conclusion is that there's new bargaining strategy. Instead of always top down, the central instruction that all cities should protect the water. So this is your obligation. In the past, all jurisdictions will take it without any protest. But today, there's a lot of increasing resistance. So that's new bargaining strategy. Local government try to mobilize local support to address their grievances. They articulate the issue to the provincial government. They even draw attention of the media to do it. And in current development is that Huoyuan government and also Xinwu government, they also have brought the issue to Hong Kong since 2002. And I understand that later in May, the end of May, probably there's another forum concerning Dongjiang water resources management with the focus on this compensation scheme. Jiangxi province and some of local jurisdiction will come to Hong Kong and probably discuss with some informal discussion with our government, probably, and to make this issue clear. Hong Kong people should be alert of their grievances, and this may affect the long-term sustainable protection of river. So our viewpoint is that if we can't resolve the grievances of these peoples in the cities in the upper streams, it will undermine the long-term conservation efforts. And Hong Kong as stakeholders, they may try to see what kind of it can play in this process. So this is all our presentation and the message we would like to bring to you. Thank you.